with education and labor rights, but his good intentions clashed with a brutal reality. For most, he was an invader. Legitimacy didn't come from decrees but from the land and the people. And the people had their leader, Benito Juárez. From his government in exile, Juárez orchestrated a relentless resistance. In every mountain range and village, the Republic was reborn through ambushes and sabotage, bleeding the French army. With the end of the American Civil War, the United States openly began supporting Juárez with weapons and resources, declaring the French adventure unacceptable. The pressure was immense. Feeling the ground crumble with the withdrawal of French troops, it was Empress Carlota who took the initiative. More practical than her husband, she embarked on a desperate mission to Europe. It wasn't a diplomatic trip, it was a final plea. In Paris, she confronted a cold and unyielding Napoleon III. In Rome, she begged Pope Pius II, but found only empty words. The doors of European power closed in her face. The empire was left to its own devices. The weight of failure and the terror of isolation were too much. Paranoia consumed her. Still in Europe, her mind shattered. Carlota would never return to Mexico. She was taken to Belgium, where she lived for 60 long years, secluded in her castle, a shadow of her former self, trapped in a perpetual delusion, conversing with ghosts and signing decrees for an empire that only existed in her broken mind. She was still to herself, the Empress of Mexico. In 1867, French troops left the country. Maximilian was left alone. He could have fled, but he refused. He was captured in Querétaro and sentenced to death. On the morning of June 19, 1867, he faced the firing squad standing with dignity and shouted, "Long live Mexico!" And then the shots echoed. What remained of the empires? A Republican Mexico, but burdened with memories and scars. It tried to import a European model, wear a foreign crown, but ended up discovering that its identity needed to come from within. In the collective imagination, the empires remained both a wound and a fascination. On one hand, the memory of betrayal. On the other, the romantic image of a prince who dreamed of being Mexican. It was a nation trying to sell itself as a modern power, but the local people didn't buy the idea. Mexico tried to be an empire twice, 2 crowns, 2 failures. One same search, identity. The strength of a people is not in crowns, but in resisting time and tragedy. And you, do you think Mexico would have been different if it had remained a monarchy? If this story surprised you, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share. Here, history is never just the past. It's the future waiting to be told.